It could be this simple forever. While we're young, our hearts are beating. While we're young, gotta chase the feeling. No sense in looking backwards. Right now is all that matters. While we're young, we'll be chasing.
Alright everybody, so if you've seen the last video or you've been on some of the chat groups that I posted in, you'll know that we had a huge catastrophic tow bar failure where our Blue Ox, it's an aluminum tow bar, completely failed and sheared off on the hitch side, it looks like. So I immediately reached out to our insurance company. I also reached out to Blue Ox, sent them pictures and everything. Blue Ox responded with sending us and upgrading our tow bar. So they sent us the 10,000 pound all steel construction tow bar that's brand new from them. It's model BX7420. So they sent us this to replace the tow bar that basically exploded. So we're actually very grateful that they did decide to replace our tow bar for us. However, they said they will not cover any cost of damages. One, because the age of the tow bar is what they told us, and also the fact that we did not buy the tow bar. The tow bar came with our RV from the previous owner. So I can tell you we've towed approximately anywhere from 12 to 15,000 miles, because not every time we drive the RV we would tow if it's less than an hour or two. Usually less than an hour, Jordana will drive the Jeep just because we don't want to hook up depending on where we're hopping RV parks to RV parks. We're not exactly sure how much the previous owners towed. I know they said they rarely used it, but hey, this is brand new, it's all steel. I basically told the rep that I don't want an aluminum replacement. I just asked if we could have the all steel just to be safer, and he said yes. I have posted pictures in a bunch of Winnebago Facebook groups that I'm in, and surprisingly I think 2, maybe 3 other people have shown pictures of the same tow bar shearing off in that same spot on the hitch side. So Blue Ox wants us to send our old tow bar back to them. So now I have a box. They did send a shipping label from FedEx, so I can box that up. But first, I asked our insurance company if they want to see the tow bar. I've sent them pictures, and with the insurance company, all they want are pictures of all the damages, and then they are going to do an assessment. I guess they send it out to an appraiser who will then appraise the value of whatever damage we have. So who knows how that's going to work. But I finally got them on the phone today, and it's August 9th. So 6 days after the accident, I finally got a call back from an adjuster. So we'll see how long that takes. All right, so we're going to open up the box, check out the new tow bar. The one thing I'm going to have to do is remove our D-ring lugs. That was what we adjusted, modified on the other ones. So we're gonna have to undo these, and you can see. So those, and then we'll have to change them onto this new bar. All right, so let's open it up. I want to try and keep the box somewhat nice so I can use it to ship our old bar, just in case we're gonna do that. So, from what I can tell right away, this whole assembly here is way different than what was on our aluminum bar. Our aluminum bar basically had like a C that was bolted through, and then the C-clamp came off, or the C came off and then was bolted onto this. So definitely looks different. Yeah, much beefier. This is all steel, so this feels, it's just heavy. Here are the lugs. So we're gonna have to change those out. That should be easy enough. The pins. It also comes with, looks like, new cables. Nice, look at these guys. Oh, look at that one. That one's already broken. That just goes like that. Here's much. So, funny enough, the cables that we had, which are actually in that pile right there, they were brand new. I switched those out recently. And those were Blue Ox cables. Oh, there's the other cable. Okay. Here's the latches. This is definitely a different design from the other bar. This tells you how the locking ring is supposed to look, nose out. Alright, and then there's some directions here, so let's pull this out. Alright, so just reading through the tow bar, operator manual and instructions. Yeah, so everything about putting this into place is all the same. So these cables are rated 10,000 to 15,000. The other cables I were using, sorry I said before, but they were 7,500 pound rating. So that's that big thing difference. Other than that, the storage mechanism for this is different. It's now got these tabs up here, so this has to fold up and over. So once I get this onto the RV, maybe I'll see how that works. I gotta see if that's gonna work with our basket, so that might be an issue. So here's the different receivers. And then there was also the tow bar maintenance. It says full service every 2 years or 10,000 miles. So keep the tow bar covered when not in use. We have our cover already, so we always do that. And check to make sure your legs move in and out, and clean them. Use silicone spray inside the boots on the rods. So I've done that a couple of times. Yeah. So tow bar maintenance. Alright, so one thing I've noticed is that this definitely seems like a different mechanism. Like, one, it's like super stiff because it's brand new, but definitely hear it way different. And this mechanism is different also. So yeah, we're gonna change out these lugs right now and get it all set up for our Jeep. And then we'll put it on the back of the RV and test the folding. All right. All right, so you got these plastic washers on the top and the bottom. Let's see. Take off the original. The big difference is the old one had a washer on top. This doesn't, so it should be alright. Yeah, so we're gonna slide this in here. This other washer. There you go. Alright, so that's one, and the main thing is to make sure there's some play in this so it spins. Alright, we got one on. Let's do the other one. Alright.
Daddy,
It's all set.
can you hold on that?
It's much heavier, and it's also not in the best spot where this RV is. You have to lift this straight up and then fold it over to get it onto this ear. I don't know if I can do that. So I'm gonna, this basket might have to go up higher now. Alright, I'm gonna leave it like that. And then I'm gonna have to figure out a strapping mechanism just till we get back into a spot. I can work on this basket. But all right, we got a tow bar again. All right, so you can see there's our Blue Ox cover. So it's on there. So that's where it's gonna sit for now, until we figure out how we can use those mounting tabs, but it stays like that. We obviously can't drive more than probably pulling out of the RV spot to then hook up the Jeep. Alright, so yeah, we have the tow bar again, so we are now able to flat tow. So ever since, yeah, August 3rd, I think we've done 5 travel days. So Jordan has had to drive the Jeep with the kids in for 5 trips. So that was kind of a bear, extra gas cost, but she did really good. I think yesterday was our longest. We did 184 miles. She drove the Jeep, I drove the RV. So that got us here to Ohio. So that concludes this little or long update. And a big thank you to Chad at Blue Ox who sent us this new tow bar. It really helps out just because now we'll be able to flat tow again and be able to travel a little easier. I guess they could have totally waved this off and said our tow bar was so old that they wouldn't even do anything, so we are appreciative for that. And I don't know how long the insurance process is going to take. So as I stated before, I sent them all the pictures, everything all the documents that they asked for. They don't send an inspector out, they just go based on the pictures, and they have an appraiser do that. So
look at my cool house.
what I'm going to do is I'm also going to call a couple of Winnebago parts dealers and price out everything myself, so I kind of have a ballpark of how much it's going to cost in just parts. I plan on doing the labor myself because we can't put an RV into a body shop for a couple of weeks. That just kills us. We would have to then be in a hotel or, yeah, so we need the RV. It's our house, and that's one of the bad things. I'll do another update once I hear from insurance. Yeah, and let you know what's going on. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to like and subscribe and follow along on our full-time RVing adventure. It's never a dull moment with us.
Yeah.
You guys want to say goodbye?
Goodbye. Goodbye. Can I smack it?
Yeah, you want to smack the camera? Let him smack. See you later.